backyard barbecuing. Barbecuing is a way of life, folks, you know that. Today we got some pork scraps that we made from all this pork videos I've been doing. We got a big old bag of it here, folks. We're gonna make some smoked bratwurst. Easy smoked bratwurst. Alright. First you gotta do is weigh it up, see how much we got. A rough estimate, 4 pounds, that's perfect. I'm going to make 5 pounds of bratwurst with 4 pounds of meat, folks. You're probably wondering how the hell am I going to do that? The math just don't add up. Well, you get 4 pounds of meat with a quart of water and some spice. That's another pound or so. So that's going to give you a 5-pound meat block. That'll fit right in the old stuffer that holds 5 pounds. Alright, folks? Alright. Here's how we do it, folks. You just cut your fat, your pork, everything up to whatever size you got grinder. I'm using a really small tabletop grinder today, folks. Alright, no sense whipping out a big grinder because half of you folks at home don't have a big grinder. So I'll show you that you can do it with a small tabletop grinder. This is mostly fat right here, folks. Then we'll get to the meat here in a minute. There we go. I'm old school, so I like a good salty, greasy, fatty sausage. So you can mix as much fat with your pork as you like, or as little fat as you like. I do like a 60-40. Most people do 80-20, 70-30. I do 60-40. I say I'm old school. Grandpa, he did like 50-50. Back in them days, everything went into sausage. Don't let anyone tell you that some meat ain't good for sausage. You tell that to the old timers. Everything never went to waste. That'd be a nice pork steak right here, folks. This come off of that VFW brisket that I made for that contest the other day. We're gonna cut these in little chunks. You don't want to sit there and watch me cut all this up. We'll fast forward it right to the end, and I'll show you how we do the spices. We got all the meat cut up to the size of your grinder. We have 4 pounds of meat. Now my rule of thumb in my sausage making is I use 1.5 tablespoons per pound of meat. That'll get you right in the ballpark. There's 1 tablespoon, half a tablespoon. Alright. So you get your spices, folks. You measure out 1 tablespoon. Put that right in there. And you get your half a teaspoon, or half a tablespoon, I'm sorry. Right there. Alright. So that's for 1 pound. Two pounds. Let's try we do double dip, folks. Yeah, there we go. 3 pounds. We won't double dip this time, folks. And there's 4 pounds. 4 pounds of your spices. This is just gonna be an easy bratwurst. This ain't homemade bratwurst with where you add all your spices to it. Now what I like to do to my bratwurst, I using this garlic, It comes already pre-chopped. 1 tablespoon of garlic. Alright. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. That's what gives a bratwurst a good flavor. This is what I call add-ons. You take a store-bought spice mix and you add in whatever you would like to your bratwurst. You can use it just plain like that if you want. Alright. Now, we're going to smoke these up a little bit. I do this if I smoke them or not, folks. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of pink salt. So I do 1 teaspoon of pink salt for every 5 pounds of meat, folks. That's the simplest way to do it, instead of trying to measure out in grams and all that stuff. Alright. See if I can get this opened up here. Alright. 1 level teaspoon. I'm going to put that into the water. Now you want to stir this till it's dissolved, folks. Stir this until your water is no longer cloudy. That way you know it's dissolved all the way. Take 2-3 minutes. This is a very important step. Don't skip it, alright? I would dump that in. 1 cup of water, folks. This is where it gets fun, folks. Get to play with your meat. I love waking up early and playing with my meat, folks. We're gonna mix that up really good. Now you're probably thinking, man, that's a lot of water in there, folks. You're gonna mix this really good. We're gonna let this sit overnight in the refrigerator so it'll cure all this meat up. You'll notice that all that liquid in the morning time will be pretty much gone. The meat will absorb that right in. Okay guys, here we are. Been sitting overnight. I got my little grinder, tabletop grinder out. Trying to use the same equipment that you guys might have at home. Some of you might have a KitchenAid mixer with one of these little heads on it. Alright, we're gonna grind this up to the coarse die, and then we'll see how that goes. Now if you're grinding it up, you might have a couple that might be too big for your grinder. Just cut them down. That ain't no big deal. Feed them in slow. Don't get in a big hurry. You know, take your time. This is a small grinder. You don't want to burn the motor up. So you want to go slow. Everything's nice and cold. This is going to be loud on camera. It ain't loud in real life, but camera makes it sound loud. So I will fast forward through all this until we get to the end. Alright. Here we go, folks. Mix that liquid in. That's all flavor in there, folks. Be nice and juicy. It's starting to absorb all that liquid. We're going to keep mixing this until it gets tacky, kind of like a protein extraction. You don't really need a protein extraction on bratwurst, but I don't know, I like to get a little sticky. If you're making summer sausage or something like that, you'd want to get a good protein extraction. Hot dogs. If you like hot dogs, I'll leave a link down below to my homemade hot dog recipe. Got 80,000 views already, folks. You check that out. See, all the liquid is just about gone out of there, folks. It's all been absorbed back in. It's starting to get a little sticky. The smell is amazing. Now this is a good time to do a sample piece in the microwave. Alright. What I do is get just a little piece. Yeah. Throw that onto a plate in the microwave for about, depending on how high your microwave is. If it's powerful, about 30 seconds. And we're going to sample this. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, folks, I got the sample out of the microwave. You see the pinkness from the cure right there. Now's a good time to sample it. That's about, it's still kind of hot, folks. About 40 seconds in the microwave. See how it turned pink from that cure? Yeah, let's try it out. Nailed it. Perfect. 1.5 tablespoons per 1 pound of meat, folks, is almost perfect for any sausage. That's what we call a bratwurst add-on. We use store-bought sausage mix. Then we added in our own garlic, our own nutmeg. The nutmeg is a kick, folks. This is good just the way it is. You make brat burgers. Alright. I'll get all this cleaned up. I'll get my stuffer set up and we'll stuff these into casing. Be right back. Alright, guys. Here we got our bratwurst that we ground up from all them pork trimmings, from all them pork videos. It's sitting in the refrigerator overnight. We did 4 pounds of meat and 1 pound of spices and water and everything. Come out to a 5 pounder. Maybe a little more than 5 pounds now, folks. We're gonna stuff whatever we can in here. Whatever won't fit in here, we'll make into a brat burger. Whoa, look at that. It's almost in there, folks. We did get it all in, folks. 4 pounds meat, 1 pound of stuff. See how that works out? Now, if you would have used 5 pounds of meat and then 1 pound of stuff, you wouldn't have got it all in this. This is a 5 pound stuffer, folks. Alright, let me go put this bowl in the sink. I'll be right back. Okay, there's the meat. We got the stuffer right here. I don't know if we can. Might have to move the camera just a little bit, folks. Alright. We'll put that in here. Whoa. Crank that all the way up, folks. That is full you can get, folks. Crank this down. Alright, we got that. We got our stuffing tube. Using the metal stuffing tube I made myself. Or you can try a plastic one. Sometimes the brat casing don't fit over the plastic ones too good. See what we got in here, folks. I buy these pre-washed casings from the sausage shop here in my local area. Let me take these gloves off. These are handled barehanded with gloves. Cut this end off. Now I'm going to see if my plastic horn will fit in here. Yes, it does. Okay. Oh, technical here. Gotta put my ring on first. Back in there. Put that back on there. I got all this stuff in my way, folks, so I can film. I got lights and cameras and chairs. If I don't film, then I get all this stuff out of my way. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on the white horn here, stuffing tube. And we're going to try to roll these on over. These casings are about, oh, how much did I pay for these? I paid $15 for these casings, and they're good for over 30 pounds of meat. They freeze great. Just salt the hell out of them. Toss them right in your freezer, and they last forever. The main thing is just salt them good. Alright, let me get all this on there. Enough talking. This is what you do with your leftover pork scraps, folks. You can make bratwurst. You can make breakfast sausage. I was going to make a little breakfast sausage. Then we're going to pull this off. Alright. And then we're going to cut that. I'll dry my hands off. You can buy some of this Lane's Backwoods breakfast sausage and just add whatever you want to it. You know, your sage, sugar, syrup, whatever you want. Alright, let me move this chair out of the way, folks. Just an easy, simple bratwurst video. Hope you learned something from this. Tie this in a knot. You could probably push some of this down, get that air out. Getting ahead of myself here, folks. Ah, there's some meat coming out. My grandpa was pretty fast at this stuff. Ah. There we go. Easier with 2 people, but it's just me today. Hey, my knot's slipping. There you go. We got a little air in here. We're going to try to... Now you can make one big link, or you can stop and make twisted. I like to make one big link. Go nice and slow. Don't rush it. Could be a good time to play a little music right here, folks, and I'll fast forward it. Nice and slow. Got a little air. We're going to just get rid of a little bit of air. There we go. Kind of help it out a little bit. That's easier with 2 people, one cranking, one feeling the stuffing. You can control the pressure. You know, I got my hand here. I'm going nice and slow. Better move my knife or I'll puncture it. Too tight, no break. Too loose, you get too many air pockets. Got a little more air building up. There we go. I've been stuffing sausage since I was 6 years old, folks. I wish my grandson was here to help me today, but new school year. We need to find some sausage music, some old German bratwurst music. Not too tight, not too loose. They're a little bit on the tight side, but I can manipulate that when I come to stuff them or come to twist them up. We're just about halfway done, folks. I was going to fast forward this, but I'm not. I wanted you to see the whole thing. Usually my grandson turns the crank for me. He loves helping Grandpa make sausage. Actually, I think he likes eating the sausage more than he does making it. We got Noah Hot Dog. That's my grandson's name. That's got almost 80,000 views, folks. I'll leave a link to that down below if I haven't already said so. We're doing pretty good. We don't have a lot of air pockets in here. We're getting a little more air backed up into here. Some of these will smoke, some of these will leave fresh. Let's take 3 or 4 out and throw it on the Lexington pit boss, folks. Have some brats for lunch. Alright, folks, that's it. We hit bottom. Back this off. Now what I like to do is pull this out and tie the knot right on the end. That way you got a couple, 3-4 inches to play with when you go to twist them up. We're going to do one more because sometimes these little knots will come out. Alright, one more maybe. My fingers ain't as limber as they used to be. Alright, we got some extra casing. I don't normally save these since it's been contaminated with meat. We'll throw them away. Got the meat still left in this horn. I'll press that out. We'll make a little burger for that. And we'll take this stuffer off the table. I am using the LAM 5-pound stuffer from LAM. About 150 bucks, I guess. Bought this 3-4 years ago. You can get a cheaper one. I bought this cheap one. I've had this for, oh God, almost 15-20 years. Thousands of pounds of meat has gone through. It's got plastic gears. These gears last forever if you're not an animal and don't crank hard. I've never had any trouble with plastic gears. You just gotta watch how you use it. Go slow and just take your time. These plastic gears will last forever. These run for about 100 bucks with the plastic gear. Okay, we're gonna twist these up. Be right back. Work it towards the end. Like that. Now there's got to be 100 ways of tying up sausage. You just pick out whatever best works for you. I like squishing them a little bit, then give it a twist about 3 times. Find out about how long you want it. About so big. Take your time so you don't break your casing. And just give it a twist. Alright. Folks, put these bad boys on there, put them in the smoke for about an hour or 2. We're in no hurry to cook these tonight, folks. Homemade bratwurst for dinner tonight. I got a couple more hours till dinner. Alright, 2 hours on smoke setting. We'll come back, check them. I'll come back in an hour and flip them. We'll see how it goes. Alright, about an hour. We get some nice color on them. now's the time to crank her up. 250, and we will pull the sear plate out of the way. Ooh, that's loud. Got that. I'll leave a link to how you make that thing down below. Now we're gonna put these right over there, right over the open flame, folks. Yeah. Give them a few minutes. Nice day out here, folks. About 85 degrees, northwest Wisconsin. Got the Pit Boss Lexington running today. Cool little pit. We got the old smoke fire. All did that workout on that. There's the old Masterbuilt 560. The old red-headed Weber. And my favorite, WSM. Yeah, folks, I got just about everything back here. I use them all, too. I ain't counting the ones I got in the garage. And up on my porch, on my deck. We got smoke now, folks. Get some color on those. Char them up. The open flame ain't too open down there. They're quite a ways from the flame, so it ain't really good for searing too much. I mean, it does alright, but I like to see a bigger flame come up and kiss the meat. Big ones out to the side. See how plump they're getting? Boy, the smell coming off them homemade brats is amazing, folks. You don't want to get a big hurry on brats. He's getting a little color. Sometimes they split open, sometimes they don't. You start poking holes in it, you're gonna let all the juice out. We'll see what happens here, folks. We're at 164 degrees, folks. 165. So we're done. We're just gonna bring them in now, folks. I don't like mine too charred up. And if you like the outside of your bratwurst, you know, all colored up, that's good. See how plump they stayed? Got a little bit of a crack there, but not too bad. Look at the size of that one, folks. Yeah, that ain't me and you, is it? Yeah. Yeah, let's shut her down, folks. There you go. Easy, homemade bratwurst from leftover pork trimming, folks. Get a load of that. There you go. Thank you for watching Scotty's Backyard Barbecue, where barbecuing is a way of life, folks. I'm gonna go inside and enjoy one of these. Have a good day. Folks, here they are. Beautiful bratwurst. Let's cut one open. Juicy. Succulent, juicy. Whoa. We got us a Wisconsin brat bun. Put a lid on the bottom. Here's a nice long one right here, folks. Just the way I like it, the same size as the bun, folks. A little mustard on top. Alright, let's swing the camera up and go in on this. Leftover pork butt trimming. Snappy casing. Left them in that refrigerator air dry. Beautiful bratwurst flavor. Sure taste the nutmeg, the garlic. Just excellent sausage, folks. Easy, homemade. Follow what I did. You too can make the perfect bratwurst. Thanks for watching, folks.